If you love looking up recipes and collecting them, but what do you do when you have so many recipes and don't know where to put them? In this video, I'll show you how I organize all of my recipes digitally on my iPad Pro. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Desiree and I make plant-based recipes with a Latin twist for my food blog, Rican Vegan. I've been an avid recipe collector for a long time, and I would always print out my recipes from the internet, and over the years I've grown my recipe collection to thousands of recipes. I would just accumulate all of this paper. I would have stacks of paper. I would try to file them into folders thinking I was organized that way, but I really never went through the stack looking for that recipe and winded up just having to go back to the internet and look for it again and reprint it. I thought, I'm wasting all of this paper and I'm not even making nearly half of the recipes I printed out. So I thought, why not put everything digitally on my iPad, and then when I want to look through my recipe collection, I could just easily search for it through my iPad. And I only take one device to the kitchen as opposed to pieces of paper that fall all over the place. I also don't have to worry about the papers getting stained when you're cooking and food, splashes everywhere. So I'm going to show you directly on my iPad how I organize my recipes. And if you don't have an iPad, don't worry, this works on any device. So first, what you want to do is download any cloud app that you like. I use Box, but you can use Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive. Those apps all have a free version that you can use that has a certain amount of space. So the recipes won't take up a lot of space. So you could use any of those free versions, and then it syncs throughout all of your devices. So if you don't have an iPad with you, it'll sync to your phone or any other device that you have. So if you want to pay for more space, you can, but I usually use the free versions because that gives me a lot of space for what I need them for. So I'm going to go click onto Box. So right here, I have a folder named Recipes. I've been collecting recipes for years, so a lot of the recipes I do have from before I became vegan are non-vegan. I decided to keep them because I like to just substitute those recipes with vegan ingredients and still make them. But I do have a specific folder for vegan recipes, which is here. And how I have all of these recipes organized is by dish type. So if there's a breakfast dish that I'm looking for, I'll just go into the folder named breakfast dishes. Desserts, dishes is basically any of the entrees that I find. I put all of them in here. So you can get as detailed or as broad as you want. I like to be a little bit more detailed so I could quickly go to the folder for the type of recipe I'm looking to make. So I'm going to go into the desserts folder, and here each file is the recipe name. So if I'm looking for these almond butter brownies, I'm just going to click on it, and right there is the recipe for almond butter brownies that I printed out. So it's so easy to look these recipes up. So if I'm gonna go make these almond butter brownies right now, I could just take my iPad and go to the kitchen and start making it. What's also great is that not only can you save PDFs of the recipes, but you could save images. So sometimes if I'm out and about and I find a recipe, but I'm not near a computer, I could just take a picture of it on my phone and upload it to Box and just name the file, whatever the recipe name is, and I have the recipe right there. So like these black bean chunk brownies is actually a picture of a recipe card that I was given. And I seem to like a lot of brownies, so I have a lot of recipes for brownies. So if you also want to share recipes with someone, you can easily email them this link to the document, or you could just download the document and attach it to an email. And if I'm looking for a particular recipe and don't want to search through all the folders, I could just easily type in the name of the recipe or part of the name that I can remember into the search field right here. I could search for the recipes within the folder or within all of Box. So I'm gonna look for a vegan mac and cheese recipe. Just type in vegan mac and cheese, and all of the recipes that I have containing the word vegan mac and cheese are just gonna pop up. So I'm gonna show you how to look up a recipe and save it directly on the iPad. You can also do this on your computer or on your phone as well. So let's first search for a recipe. Let's look up a vegan omelet recipe. So let's say I want to save this recipe. So most food blogs will have a printable version of the recipe that you can easily convert to a PDF document. So right here is the recipe page. So we're just going to scroll down to where the recipe is. So right here is the recipe card and has the option to print a printable version of this recipe. So I'm going to hit it. And here is the best omelet ever. But now this option to print comes up automatically. So I'm gonna cancel this because I don't want it to print out to my printer. I want to print it as a PDF. So let's cancel it and actually go up here to this icon and hit it. And then right here, it says the best vegan omelet with the website and then options. I'm gonna hit that. And here is giving you an option how to send it as, either automatic as a web page, PDF, or web archive. So I'm gonna select PDF. Now note, this is only gonna work if you have iOS 13 for iPad and for iPhone. I don't know what the equivalent is on an Android device since I don't use Android devices, but I'm sure there is some type of version that you could do of this on an Android. So I'm gonna go back. So here you have the option to airdrop it, email it, or save it to any of your cloud apps. But since Box is not showing up here, I'm gonna go another way and hit Save to Files. And then here, your iCloud option will come up, but I'm gonna save it to Box. So here are all of the options I have where I could save this PDF. So here I'll just hit Box and then go all the way down to my recipes folder. Since this is a vegan recipe, I'm gonna hit vegan. And since this is a breakfast dish, I'll put it in my breakfast dishes folder and hit save, and it's saved. So this is so easy. You could just go looking for recipes and easily save it here. You don't need to go on a computer, but if you are on a computer, you could just easily do the same thing I did here and print it to a PDF file. And if you happen to be on my website, ricanvegan.com, looking for a recipe, I actually did you the favor of already putting the recipe in a PDF format. I'm gonna go into my website and then I'm gonna go scroll down right here. I'll go to my latest recipes, which is this one here. Actually, it's 2 recipes that I paired with 2 types of vegan wines. I'll include a link to that video where you can see it right here. And I'm gonna save this vegan ropa vieja recipe. So right here where it says get the printable recipe here, just click on it. And here's the vegan ropa vieja recipe in a PDF format. So you would do the same thing here like I did for the previous recipe. Just go right up here. So since this is already in a PDF format, you don't need to click on this options tab that I did before because you're trying to convert that website into a PDF when this is already a PDF document. So you can easily select your cloud app from here or do like I did before, save to files. So we could just select that to Box. Recipes. It's a vegan recipe, and this is a dish. So I'll put it right here and hit save. So you may be thinking, well, why save your recipes on a PDF on a device when you can use a website like Pinterest? Well, yes, Pinterest, that's exactly what it's for. To pin your favorite recipes or any other interests you have to a board. And then you can refer to them later on. But the only thing with Pinterest is that the recipes are not literally saved onto Pinterest. You're saving a link back to the original source, which is the website that originally published that recipe. So if the original recipe creator decided not to continue their blog or their website anymore and decided to take down the website, you just lost the recipe that Pinterest was linking back to. So I'm not telling you not to continue using Pinterest to pin your favorite recipes. What I am telling you is to keep a backup of any of the recipes you really like as a PDF. So in the event that the person decides to take down their website, you still have that recipe backed up on your device. So not only can you save individual recipes on your iPad, but you can actually also save digital cookbooks. I buy digital cookbooks because I only have to carry this one device as opposed to the cookbook and having to flip through the pages and look for something to keep it up and open on the page that I needed. This just makes it so much easier to just have around when you're cooking. So instead of having an actual recipe box, you can have it digitally in the cloud right here. Sometimes when I'm in the supermarket, I will get inspired to make a particular recipe that I remember I saved. But since I don't bring my iPad with me to the supermarket, I can easily just go on my phone into the Box app and look up that recipe to make sure I have all of the ingredients I need. And if I don't, I can look them up right then and there because I have the recipe in the palm of my hand. I hope you enjoyed this video and found the information to be very useful. If you're trying to go down the minimalistic route of trying to declutter, this is an awesome way to do that. How do you organize your recipes? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, go hit the like button. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified of when I post new videos. And if you like these kind of tech videos where I show you how you can still use tech in the kitchen, also let me know in the comments below and I'll keep making more of these videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Since you made it this far in the video, why don't you check out one of my other videos by clicking here? And while you're at it, click here to subscribe to my channel to get notified of when I post new videos. There's going to be a new video coming out next week that you don't want to miss out on.